Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and The Defenders, The Best Defense. This book surprised me. That's usually a good thing. It's a good thing here. Relax, it was a good book. All right, let's get started talking about this. They're doing the cover. Yeah, why not? Let's just do Ron Garvey and Richard Eisenoff did the cover. The variant covers are by Arthur Adams and Paul Mounts, another by Sal Buscema and Dave McCaig, another by Valerio Scheide and Jason Keith, and yet another by Scotty Young. The Defenders' masterminds were Al Ewing, Chip Zdarsky, Jason Latour, and Jerry Duggan. Graphic designer Carlos Lau. And let us not forget that the throne, the power, the damned, and the devil. That's the name of this issue. Writer Al Ewing, penciler Joe Bennett, inker Bellardino Bravo. Okay. Color artist Dono Sanchez-Almara, and letterer VC's Jason Cowles. So this comic book, man, I didn't understand what the train was, and I thought it was more metaphor than anything else in the Silver Surfer book. But no, they were actually talking about a train, a cosmic train, that all the familiars have been killed, and their, train kept a rolling all night long. Anyway, enough of the Yardbirds. Nebulos is in this. Nebulos is an old dig out of the Defenders, man. Like, he's one of the original Defenders bad guys, along with Mephisto. All these guys, for the most part. This was pretty impressive. I gotta give, credit where it's due, man. Nebulon doesn't look anything like Nebulon. Not like he looked back in the day. But I'm okay with that. Like, I'm looking at him now. He's all, like, yellow. Look up Nebulon, what do you call it? But these other two guys, these leopard people, talking about eating off people's faces. Oh, yeah. Animals, like the predatory animals, cheetahs, jackals, and all that stuff, they will eat your face off in the Sahara. That's what they do. You have to sleep very close to a fire, or they will eat your freaking face off. I don't know this from experience, because I never had my face eaten off. But I know plenty of people who lived out there, man. Wow, crazy stuff. So, dude, this comic book, man, for most of it, it didn't seem like it was actually going anywhere special. It's like, okay, who cares? These guys are fighting, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing whatever. None of this stuff actually seemed to matter. It took a while even to understand why the previous individual one-shots were made about each of the four characters so they can come here. It didn't seem like a lot of it made sense. Then slowly but surely, within one comic book, it all started to make sense. Okay, cool. But where are they going? You're not going to figure that out until the end of the book. Now, there's a cool story here, man. I dug this. And unfortunately, the Defenders didn't all meet each other. Namor and Silver Surfer met each other, and Hulk met a future version of Doctor Strange, not even the current one. Now, where the comic book left off was peculiar. And I realized, because I'm wondering, like, why are these characters all meeting up in the Defenders again? It just doesn't make sense. Okay. The characters all met up here because some of the characters had storylines that had to go to a certain place. All of the characters are definitely going somewhere. How are we going to put those characters in those places? Well, that's with this book. Those four individual issues were to put them in the direction to come to this book. And this book itself is going to put these characters into these four places. Yeah. So the Immortal Hulk, the Defenders, and over here we got Doctor Strange, the 400th issue, I think it is, and then the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm actually really impressed. I would love to have seen, I don't need to see the creation of the comic book, although that would be cool. I would love to be a fly on the wall as these masterminds were just making the outline for this comic book, because this was actually really cool. All of this is just to put them where they need to be for the 4 comic books coming up so that we can start reading and just, boom, we're good. We're golden. And then there is a future storyline set up. We might still wind up getting a Defenders comic book in the future. I'd be down for that. I can't wait to see where all 4 of these individual stories end, because, wow. So they're exactly where they need to be, and they did it technically in one comic book. I'm impressed. Guys, I'm going to recommend this comic book. If you're going to get any of these 4 comic books, or like me, you're going to get all of those 4 comic books, you should definitely read this book. It's really just that simple, because it's going to be a great recall for 2 very famous characters who are known for being Defenders' enemies, adversaries, and then they're going to put you in a really good setup. So yeah, everything, this felt like a legacy book. You know what I'm saying? Remember Marvel did those legacies, the Generations books? This felt like one of those, except it was as true to heart as it possibly could be. There's none of the other characters who would come up and take mantles later on and then lose them almost immediately afterwards. Nah, dude, this was solid. This really did feel like a Defenders book from back in the day, back before Power Man and Iron Fist were joining up with people. I like this. All right, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.